尊敬来宾，下午好！现在是北美时间1月7号的下午，然后我叫董愿文，负责黑莓 QNX 亚太除日本、韩国之外的所有区域。非常高兴给诸位介绍，黑莓 QNX 这次我们展台的相关的一些新的一些技术。在这展台上面，我们有 QNX 的 Cabin， 就是基于 QNX 的操作系统的推运一体的座舱的这样一个云平台，以及 QNX 的虚拟化及通过 TV 蓝音 SLSLD 最高等级功能安全的这样一个实时的操作系统。同时，在我们展台上还有基于 QNX 的 Acoustic 音效处理的整体的等等这些方案。在我们展台上也有几台那个展车，包括沃尔沃的2台的展车都是量产车型，基于 QNX 的整体的这样一个展示。然后今天早上的话，包括下午，我们也接待了很多来自于国内外主力厂以及 Tier 1的嘉宾和领导，跟诸位做了很多的一些交流，也非常感谢邀请诸位专家和领导，到黑莓 QNX 展台来莅临。我们的展台在 West Hall，42224，1月7号到9号，我们的展台欢迎各位来莅临，谢谢大家。
Yeah, right. So you've come to visit us here at the QNX booth, basically, and yeah, as you may see here, we have slightly new branding also overall. So we are still a part of BlackBerry, but we also wanted to make sure that the actual core of our brand is a bit sharpened, as we basically want to make sure that the growth that we are seeing in the space, in the embedded space, is also symbolized by us having a more standalone appeal here. What we're showcasing here at CES and what we are presenting is, first of all, our openness and our general willingness to enable and foster a developer ecosystem. Secondly, we want to highlight our cloud-first approaches that we also have here with QNX Cabin for cloud. So my colleague Sachin here over here is talking about the QNX Everywhere initiative, which is meant to enable a broader the broader developer ecosystem to work on QNX and to develop new stuff. Sachin?
So QNX Everywhere is basically a new initiative that we just launched this week. We actually did a soft launch back in November, but the official launch is now. This is an initiative to enable the community to have access to non-commercial license of QNX, right, to build projects on non-commercial use cases. So whether it's hobbyists, whether it's people from university, or even researchers doing POCs, for example, they can have a non-commercial license of QNX. And what we are doing here is, for example, once they get a license, they will get the Raspberry Pi starter kit image, which you can install on a Raspberry Pi. And here we're showing the capability of what you can run on top of QNX. Right. So this one here, this demo, is an old Quake video game, but it's showing you Vulkan graphics, 3D, very intensive 3D engine running on the GPU, running on top of QNX. Right. But there's also the ability where you can use TensorFlow. Right, for AI. A lot of things are using AI nowadays. Yeah. So you can use TensorFlow to do face detection. But if you want to have a bit of more fun with it, you can apply filters. So you can say, let's say I want to apply this filter, we go and apply that filter.
Oh, painting.
And it does a painting of the picture, right? So all of that processing is all being done on QNX, running on this Raspberry Pi 4 here, right? But there's also a lot of requirements for UI, different UI, right? So we have ported GTK from open source, where you can have a very simple, 2D UI if you want to. But if you're more into something more 3D, for example, you can use Qt, which was also ported to QNX. But there's also things like Unity, right, where you have a 3D image running Unity as well, right? So this is all running on a Raspberry Pi 4, but you can also do the same on AWS. So this is running on AWS Cloud. The same exact demo is running on AWS Cloud. So once you have this non-commercial license from QNX, it opens the doors for you to go and build a lot of things as a hobby, as a research project, to go and try QNX on different projects. Yeah. So along with that, what we are doing as well is we are ensuring that we can port things over to QNX. So here is a link, our GitLab page, where we've ported a lot of open source components over to QNX, but allowing other people to do the same and port their own open source projects over to QNX. So to build up that community around using QNX.
What we're showing here is QNX Cabin in the cloud. So QNX Cabin is a pre-integrated digital cockpit reference platform that OEMs can use to develop their digital cockpits. Right now what we're showing here is there's an example of QNX Cabin, so that's the QNX host domain that's running here. Safe, secure, reliability, ASIL-D functionality that's here. This here is just an example of an Android virtual machine that's running on top of our hypervisor. And this is just another virtual machine, Linux, running in the cloud, running on AWS Graviton, so ARM v8. Down here we have a partner demonstration. This is DSpace that is providing vehicle simulations that has been being taken and driven into QNX. So if I swap through these tabs here, we can see that the simulation data that's coming into the system is accurately reflected within the vehicle. So using this as a means to drive your SIL, so software in the loop testing and simulation in the cloud. The idea here being is that you can do, the QNX Cabin is hardware agnostic solution. So developing in the cloud first, you can do 70-80% of your development in the cloud, feature functional testing in the cloud before you take it to hardware. And because you're running on ARM v8 hardware, it's very simple to effectively cut and paste your software onto the hardware and go seamlessly.